Hi, this is Mato. In this video I will show you the game between Carlos Torre Repetto and Friedrich Saemisch. This game was played in Moscow in 1925. Carlos Torre Repetto had white pieces and he started with d4. Saemisch played knight to f6, knight to f3, e6, bishop to g5, pinning the knight and going for Torre attack. c5, e3, knight to c6, knight from b to d2, b6, c3, bishop to b7, bishop to d3, c takes on d4. How to recapture? With e pawn or with c pawn? How would you? General rule says capture towards the center. Repetto captured with e pawn. The reason is, if c takes on d4, then black can play knight to b4 attacking the bishop on d3. So we have e takes on d4, bishop to e7, knight to c4, queen to c7, queen to d2, rook to c8. White to move. Should white castle queenside or kingside? What would you do? Repetto castled kingside. Why not queenside? How should black continue in this position? Well, this is the best move. Knight to b4, and after pawn takes knight, b5. It doesn't look good for white, does it? So this is the correct decision, castling kingside. h6 attacking the bishop, bishop to f4, d6, rook from f to e1, placing the rook on a semi-open file, knight to d8, bishop is attacking the knight, queen to d1. Well, queen to e2 would also make sense for that purpose, but we have a queen to d1, knight to d5, attacking the bishop on f4, bishop to g3, and Saemisch castle kingside, knight to h4, clearing the path for the queen to come to h5. Black to move. How should black continue? Bishop takes knight or g5. What would you do? Or maybe b5. Well, Saemisch played g5, forcing the knight back. However, moves like g5 can be quite risky. Do you agree? Why to move? For the purpose of our exercise, let's call this the critical position of the game. Please pause the video and try to guess the move that Repetto played in this position. Or what would you do in this position if you had white pieces? Did you pause? What did you find? Well, I think that knight to f3 looks very sensible. It doesn't achieve much though. Carlos Torre Repetto played queen to h5, very brave move. Queen to h5 has a psychological effect. And now black thinks, he lets me take the knight, so I'll better not take it. And played king to g7. Well, if pawn takes knight, then queen takes, threatening checkmate. After f5, white has a draw by a perpetual check, at least. So Saemisch played king to g7, defending the pawn on h6, and even hoping for more than a draw. This is the most dramatic part of the game. White to move. What would you do? Please pause the video and find the best move for white. What did you find? Did you pause? Please pause. This is the important part of the game. Well, if white plays the most natural looking move, knight to f3, then black even has a chance to win. Black can play f5, or perhaps black can play knight to f6 attacking the queen, and after queen to h3, g4. Doesn't look good for white, does it? So knight to f3 doesn't work. What works then? Carlos Torre Repetto played absolute killer move. Rook takes pawn on a6, threatening queen takes on h6 check, and after king goes to g8, queen to h7, checkmate. Saemisch captured the rook with knight. But now, black pawn that was on e6 is no longer defending f5. So how should white continue? Repetto played knight to f5 check, king to g8. White played the move and black designed. What is the move? This is the move in the slow motion. Check. Saemisch designed. Possible continuation is king to g7, then check, king to g8, knight takes on e7 check, so king must go to g7 unless black wants to lose very quickly. King must go to g7 and then check again, and after king to g8, knight takes on d6, and that will be absolute torture. Saemisch didn't like to be tortured, so he resigned at move 20. And let's go back to the most critical parts of the game. In this position, would you play a brave move like queen to h5 or knight to f3? And let's go to the most critical part of the game. This is the position white to move and to play a killer move. Did you find the killer move? If you did, congratulations. And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your king hunt, and bye for now.